Good afternoon. It's Mrs.Z, and it is Grade 5, Mission 5, Lesson 15, Exit Ticket. Wheatgrass is grown in planters that are 3.5 inches by 1 3/4 inches. If there is a array, 6 by 6 array of these planters with no space between them, what is the area of covered by planters? So imagine that you are in Home Depot and you look for these wheat planters. And so let's see, we're going to use the drawing. So there is 6 columns and 6 rows. So if I think that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those 6 would be 3.5 inch each. I'm not going to write inches, but I'm just going to put that so you can see how that could be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got it. All right. And now I need the rows also 6. So by 1 3/4 inch. Let's pretend this is going to draw a line first that is perpendicular to this one, and let's see, we're going to do this is okay. All right. Okay. So okay, 1 2 3 4 2 5, and then 6 would be till here. Okay, so here we go. It will be a rectangle. So I'm going to show you how that could be on drawing. So here are the rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there is no room in between, so there is also, this is the other one like that. So 6 times 6 is 36. So we'll have 36 planters that are in this. So if we needed to find area of each 36, we can do the 2 different ways. We can figure it out how much is one rectangle area, or we can count what is the length and what is the width. So the width was 3.5, and length is 3 3/4. 1 3/4. 1 3/4 each. So 1 3/4. 1 3/4, 1 3/4, 1 3/4, and 1 3/4. We can check 1 2 3 4 5 6, 6 rows, 6 columns, 3.5 in each. So that if we would like to find what area of one, then we needed to do 3.5 times 1 3/4, which we're going to do. So area of just one pattern, P, I will do so 3.5 times 1 3/4. Okay, so that we can use distributive property. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 3 times 3/4 is 6/4, plus 1 times 1, 1/2 times 1 is 1/2, and 1/2 times 3/4 is 3/8. Okay, so now I'm going to change all this into the, if I change this 3 plus the 6/4 is really 1 1/2. So look, 1 whole is 4/4, and 2/4 is 1/2. So adding to this 1/2, that could be a whole, and then we only need a 3/8 left. So finally, we got this 1/2 and 1/2, that's whole. So 3 plus 1 plus 1 is 5 wholes and 3/8 square inches. Square inches. That is one of these. So like 5 and 3/8 square inches is the area of one. But we have 36 of them. So the area of covered by planters, all this area is going to be a total area, T equals 36 times 5 and 3/8. Okay, so now when I do that calculation, I can think of 5 times 30. 5 times 30 is 150, and 5 times 6 or 6 times 5 is 30. So that is 180. Okay, 180 plus, that's 36 times 5. And now 36 times 3/8. I can do 36 times 3 divided by 8. So I can divide by 4 if I want to do that. I can divide by 4. Let's see if I think about simplifying. 4 times 9 is 34, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. So I can simplify this into 9 times 3 divided by 2, so which would be 9 times 3 is 27 divided by 2 is, what is a half of 27? So what is a half of 26 is 23, and what is a half of 1 is half, so that would be a 23 and 1/2. So together, 180 and 20, it's 203. 203 and half square inches. That's one way of doing it. So let's check with another way to define the total area. So you didn't see these. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna go smaller. Okay, so now if I do the other way, if I count what this length is, I can use standard length times width to figure it out area. I can add this. So 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18. So 18 plus half and half makes a whole, and half and half whole, and half and half whole. So 1, 2, 3 plus 3 more. So this all area is equals to 21, 21 inches. Okay, so that is mean this is 21 inches, the length, right? So that's 21 inches. Now, if I add now these lengths here, I will have 3/4 and 3/4 and 3/4 and 3/4. So thinking of that, I could see that these 3/4 and 3/4, that will make me 6/4, which is 1 1/2. So these two will make me 1 1/2 plus these two, so that would be 2 plus 1 1/2. And it's same thing here. If I add this, that's 2, and these 2 3/4 and 3/4 will make 6/4, which will make 1 1/2. So altogether is 3 1/2. And then again, this is 3 1/2. So now when I am calculating all this, so half and half is whole, and then I will have 1/2 left. So 1 whole and 9 is 10, 10 1/2 inches. So when we now I figured it out what this whole length is, it's 10 1/2. So also on this side I could just write the length is 10 1/2 inches. Okay, 10 1/2 inches. Okay, and then let's see what area is. Area equals 21 inches times 10 1/2 inch. Okay, so now when you do that, 21 times 10 is 200, 210 plus 21. I think I messed up somewhere. 21 times, what is a half of 21 is 10 1/2. So in this way I got the area 220 1/2, which doesn't match with my previous work. So somehow I made mistakes. So let me see where I did made mistake. Hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3 is 18, and 6/2, that's 3. So that is 21. Okay. Now this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes. Okay, 6 holes plus 1, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 holes. 18 holes. So that would be 4 times 4 is 16. So that is 10. And 2/4 makes a half. So that should be also correct. So now 21 times 10 is 210. And 21, half of 21 is 220. It's 10 1/2. So together is 220 square inches. Okay. All right. So let's see what here I made mistake. I said that you could do the same if you figured it out what is the area of area. If I found area of one splinter and multiply by 36, that would be the answer. So it was 3.5 times 1 3/4. So 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 3/4. Oh, that's where is it? Okay, I want to try to fix, and I found my mistake. So this is where I made mistake. 3 times 1 is 3, but 3 times 3/4 is not 6/4, it's 9/4. Okay, so that is, here is the 9/4. Okay, now when I have 9/4, here will be 2 wholes, and 2 times 4 is 8, and that is 1/4 left. Okay, there you go. Sorry, that's what it is. So 2, and that's it. So now when you change 1/4 and 1/2, I'll change everything into 8. So times 4 times 4 times 2 times 2. So this becomes 2 8s plus 4 8s plus 3 8s, which will make 9 8s, which is 1 whole and 1 8. So finally, you got here 6 and 1 8. 6 and 1 8. Okay. So now this is 6 and 1 8. 6 and 1 8. Now 36 times 6 and 1 8. Yeah. Okay, 36 times 6. Okay, 36 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 6, I remember 3. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 3 is 21. So it's 216. Okay, 216. And what is 1/8 of 36? So 1/8 of 36 is 36 divided by 8. So how many 8s are in 36? They are 4. 4 times 8 is 32. So that there is 4 8s left. So that is 4 and 1/2. So now adding this 216 plus 4 and 1/2, it will match. There you go. So now 216 plus 4 is 220. 220 and 1/2 square inches. So, okay, now do you see how it's important that you check your answer in a different way? Because then you can see what mistakes And it's really important that you, especially if you do lots of work, that you can go and check your work. So when Mrs. Z had first idea is that I think I'm gonna do find the area of one square and then multiply 36 of them. I made a mistake here. Instead of doing three, slow down and do part. I was doing this my arrows. So 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 3/4. I put 6/4, and it was 9/4. But when I checked with other strategy, if I add all this and find that that is 21 inches, and then this length is 10.5 inches, then I multiply those, and my answer was 220 and a half square inches. When I check work here, it did not match. So I knew I made mistake somewhere. I check this one, and that was correct. So I found my mistake here. And finally, I agree with my answer. 220 and half inch squared. It's what the area covered by planter. Okay, and then I'm gonna write the area covered by the planter is about 221 square feet. Guys, I am I'm okay with mistakes because you can learn from mistakes, and I have no problem with that. So that was Mrs. Z. It was a grade 5 mission 5 lesson 15 exit ticket. I love you. Appreciate. As long as you work, you're allowed to make mistakes.